It's Friday. It is the 16th of October, I think. So hi, welcome. I think by the time, well, obviously by the time you see this, you'll see my vlog from last week. A little bit short. I think on the Wednesday I was just really into editing it. Still had a problem with editing. We think there's a problem with there's too much on my computer, so my husband was sort of busy stripping that and doing, I don't know, all computer things. And yesterday, for some reason, I just completely forgot to vlog. I think if I don't come on in the morning, the day just runs away with you. It's when I have my granny baby, so I'm obviously busy with him and then exhausted by the time he's gone and I've sat down. So today, Friday for me, is food shopping. So I've made my list and I'm very organised this week. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a rough list of what we're going to have. So so we're having a couple of vegetarian meals next week. I think we managed one this last week. We're trying to do that, sort of cut down on the meats, one for ourselves, which is better for ourselves, and also the environment as well. So on the agenda today is a ricotta and spinach cannelloni fresh that I make, and my husband does really like that. And we've got a cauliflower and chickpea curry, which is absolutely delicious. We're having that next week. So yeah, I've got a very short list. That's the shopping list, so that doesn't bode well, does it? But yeah, I haven't had any breakfast either today, so that's not good. Shopping when you're on a empty stomach. But I've lost £2, so I'm really happy with that, as has my husband. So we've done really well. So I'm just going to push the vegetarian up to 2 meals and see how we get on with that. My last vlog, I still feel there was like a load of chatting, but if you come on and you're chatting every day, it sort of mounts up, doesn't it? So I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum. One of the reasons I wanted to do the vlog, apart from the technical side, was just so that you could get to know me a little bit more. And I need to perhaps show you some of the other things I do. I don't know whether I really want to watch housework, but I want to come on again this afternoon and have a chat to you just about some projects. I finished my socks, so you'll be pleased with those. I think I was just so delighted that I've been asked to be a test knitter, and I thoroughly enjoyed the pattern, and I learned a lot from toe up. So I think the pattern might be out the end of October. I think the date's going to be, so that's well worth having a look at. But I wanted to chat to you. I finished my shawl that I was working on, and that just needs blocking. And I've picked up my hat again, my cable hat, and I'm trying to learn to knit from a chart. I managed to do it quite successfully with an insarsia, but I haven't knitted cables through a chart. I'll just look at the written instructions. So hopefully we can have that little chat this afternoon. So I'm just going to say bye, so at least I've started today. I'll go and do the shopping. Bye. I'll just move that camera around. I just speak to you about my projects that I'll be working on. So I haven't done very much today. I've been sort of running around doing different errands and things. We're going to have a takeaway tonight instead. My good intentions. Making something from scratch, so I'll do that tomorrow. I'm just going to listen to my body, and I'm tired today. Had a couple of stressful days. But yeah, I'll show you my socks. I finished my socks, and yeah, absolutely beautiful pen, really well written. So yeah, I learned a lot toe up wise with those. So they were the Flight of Bumblebee socks from the lovely Lindsay at Stitch Create Love. So I have finished those. I finished my shawl that I was working on. Those of you that would have seen my podcast before would have seen that I was making the Good Vibe shawls. So I've just got to block it and sew the ends in. So I'm going to block it first and then sew the ends in. Yeah, that's the right way. So I have finish that now, and I can't tell you how pleased I am with it. Really pleased with that. So I've made that with Islington Kettle yarn, Islington, and it's the turmeric colour. Beautiful to work with. And then I've used the cream with the specks in, and that was Pixie yarn, and that was called Three Friends. I would definitely work with both those yarns again. I'll definitely make that pattern again. Very easy knit, very easy to do in front of the TV, and I think it looks like a lot more work than what you've actually put into. So a very accessible pattern. So I'm showing you those, and oh, and I cast this on last night. So this is the Lola socks. Got lovely jewels. So that's the pattern. And I got a skein, sock set skein from Lay Family Yarn. I haven't used their yarn before. So that's the label for them. And that's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I think I'm going to enjoy that cake. It just looks enormous. I need to get a bit better with my cakes. They're coming on, I think, is more of a skill. You to make sure that they're all on there properly. It's got stellina in it, so it has got a bit of a sparkle, and I'm not sure whether the lights will pick that up. But I was casting those on. So I learned how to do magic loops, so I progressed. So that's on that sock, and I think this goes through to December, so I might be working on those steadily till then. And the other project that I have cast on and I'm just working on, and this is my hat. So I'm trying to increase my skill set. I think there's a lot that I do know, but perhaps because things are just, it's not uniformed in the description, there's a lot more that I know than what I think I do. So I'm working on the Lotus crown, and this is by Ellie Doyle. This is a DK sport weight, and that's what sort of caught my eye, was those pictures, was that cable work. Oh, it's a twisted rib, and then the crown. I just thought that was beautiful. It's supposed to look like a lotus. So that is coming along, and I think I've got to the point where I'm going to be working on the crown. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Very sharp. You can see I've just got, it's coming up now. We're working on the crown. So I'm really liking this yarn, and this is, I think, my first indie dye skein of yarn that I bought at Yarndale, and it's by Snuggly Stars, and it's called Sepia Industry. So that was a couple of years ago. So yeah, so I'm just gonna enjoy that. So I'm just gonna sit here, do a bit of knitting. I've got a herbal tea on the go, raspberry and prosecco. We just come in, been walking the dogs. So having 5 of them, it can take us a while. We only took 3 of them out today. So sometimes we'll take 5, sometimes we'll take 2 or 3. Depends. I can sort of manage 2 comfortably, really. Need a bit of backup. I'm just going to sit here. Just come on today to share a bit of cooking I'm doing. It's a dish that I haven't cooked, if I'm honest, for quite a while, but we're having spinach and ricotta cannelloni. I'm never quite sure exactly what to show you. My daughter said the first vlog I put up, I hadn't showed you the ingredients. So I remembered what she said last week, so I showed you the ingredients. But she said what I should have done was not show my face and show what I was making and put the camera on the ingredients. So I'm just going to start off and make like a basic tomato sauce. So I'll just move the camera down, so bear with me and hopefully I'll get it all in one go. So I'll just pull you down. That's it. Right, okay, so what I have on here, chopped red onions. I always put carrot, so carrot in my tomato sauce. Celery today, and I had got a pepper that was sort of lurking in the fridge, so I was going to use that as well. So basically what I'm going to do is just sort of put it on a pan, put it on the Arga, sort of sweat everything down, and then start adding like the tomatoes, and I'll put the herbs and all that kind of thing in, and just let that cook out, and then sort of blitz it, so we'll have like a smooth sauce. So I'll show you a bit later. having a bit of a bake today. So I'm just making some buttermilk pancakes. So I'm using my tried and tested Arga Bible by Amy Williams. I'm going to make buttermilk pancakes, not pancakes, what am I talking about? Scones. So
Scones.
This is on the video. So I'm just going to mix the butter in. It's quite a lot of butter when you see this in the bowl, and then I'll add all the other ingredients. Oh, and I've got my gangster t-shirt on. Today I just realised what I'm wearing. I'm going to have to learn to get dressed properly before I record. Right, I was just going to put everything together for the cannelloni. So I've made the tomato sauce. So that's done. I've blended it. It's nice and thick. The bechamel, I've made that, and I've done the spinach. So the only thing that's left to do is the ricotta, and that's, I think I've got the original recipe from the back of the tub, and that's gone over the years. I kind of just make my own. Made one I can't really remember. So it's ricotta, 1 egg. Just add that in. I think that just acts as a binding agent. A bit of salt and pepper. Just found out that it's, I've got a black peppercorn, so I've managed to dig out a bit of black pepper. Just a bit, yeah. So we've got that, and some nutmeg. So I just grate that into the mixture, and then add the spinach in. So I'm just going to hopefully be able to put the camera down without too much. You can just see what's going on. It's just gone 5 o'clock. I can't find a bubble, so I used an elastic band. I'm hot now. Been over that arga. So I thought I'd just come on here quickly. Let's come back from the camera. Oh, that's better. I can see my gangster girl t-shirt. I was bought as a bit of a joke. Yeah, I just wanted to come on and say, what do I want to say? Hello again. I just wanted to finish off for today. I've got a couple of things I wanted to share with you. The first is a finished object, and this is my beautiful Lotus hat. So I finished this. So you can see, you see it's camera, yeah, camera picking the pattern up, and then it goes into the crown like that. So I'm really pleased with that. I've still got to just sew that ending, and I've got to block it, so I think that will be tomorrow's job. And so I'll just get it on. I think I've got quite a big head, so I like my ears covered when I wear a hat. So yeah, very pleased with that. That's the first hat that I've knitted for myself. So yes, this is the crown. So kind of like a, I don't know, beret? Is it a beret? So that's the picture. Whether if I had actually knitted it in a just one colour, I think that probably the stitch definition would have shown off a bit more than it has. But no, after how much I struggled with that, I'm pleased that I finished that. And then I have, well, I think I might call this, instead of stash enhancements, I was thinking about this, I might call it Spent in the Kids' Inheritance. Don't tell them. So I ordered the advent calendar from Ellie at Craft House Magic, and it's arrived. Now look away. Not that I think there's anything to see if you haven't had yours. It's arrived in the week. Is it Thursday? Saturday. So Saturday today, and she's just put it together. So lovely. I've never had one of these before. So it's mistletoe kisses. So that's for me, all for me. And evidently there's a pattern that goes with this, which I didn't realise. So there's a knitting pattern, and we'll get that at the end of November. So there's one of those to open every day in December. So that'll be a nice treat. So I'll go and put that away with my stash. Hence the ricotta and spinach cannelloni. It's a bit of a fact to make because there's so many elements in it. But I'll show my husband, give my husband that, and I'll tell him that I've got the advent calendar. Not that he'd be bothered, he really wouldn't. And then I just wanted to show you this. I've seen all the lovely pumpkins that are about. I like Harvest, I enjoy Harvest Festival and all what goes with that. So I saw this pattern probably about three years ago, and it completely intimidated me. I thought I wouldn't be able to knit anything like that. So I've just got that out again. I'm having a look, and I'm thinking that maybe I could, perhaps if I do the ring, I have got a ring, I could cover the ring, and maybe I could do a pumpkin and maybe some leaves, just add to it. So it doesn't all have, I haven't got time to finish this with everything else I've got, but if I don't do something, I'll never do it. So yeah, so watch this space. See those gloves? I have actually made those gloves there, those unicorn mittens. I made that for my niece. So yes, that's all I wanted to come on and say. So I hope you're having a lovely weekend, getting up to some lovely autumn walks. It was beautiful here this morning, a bit overcast this afternoon, but I've been in the kitchen most of the afternoon making scones and making this cannelloni. So I will speak to you tomorrow. So I don't think it's going to be as much talking tomorrow. You'll be pleased to know. I'm hoping I'll go on a bike ride, so that might be a bit of fun for you to watch me. We're supposed to be going a bit further. So yeah, watch this space. morning. Just go on and say hi. It's Sunday the 18th. I don't know. I think it's the 18th. We're just going to go on a bike ride this morning. Just going to have a quieter day today. We had a nice relaxing morning. My video, I think, the end of last week, and what I've videoed so far, I think it'll show you that I'm just really tired. I've not been sleeping very well, so I'm hoping that the exercise will do me good. I've also got an ulcer coming on my tongue. I do suffer from those from time to time. It's a sign of that I'm a bit run down, so I just need to take a bit better care of myself and perhaps have some quieter time, and if I can get some sleep. So I'm hoping that I don't sound too slurry on the video. So hopefully I'll get some footage of us out on a bike. So we're actually going to go on a proper bike ride. So we've done the walk and it's about an hour and 10 minutes. So we're aiming to take the bikes out and see how we get on. I said to my husband, we'll take both sets of keys because he'll probably leave me. Okay, bye. Hi, I'm back. I managed to do it. All the way around, stopped just at the junction. The lane that we sort of live off could be really busy, so I just had to stop then and get my bearings, make sure that it's safe to cycle on the roads. Chatted to the camera just to prove that I was out on my bike, but you can hear now that I've been out, and I can't believe I managed to do it. We think it's about a mile and a half. So that's incredible that I've come that far in so short a time. But I think my mindset's in a really good place at the moment. My feet, as I got off my bike, I got in the gate, my legs did feel a bit like jelly and the seat's really hard. I thought I'd got enough padding in that section, but I might need to get new seats. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. So I think the rest of the day is going to be quiet. I might take the dogs for a walk up the field a bit later on, but I'm going to have a drink and sit down. I think we might even be watching a black and white film this afternoon. We were talking about that last night. Yeah, caught up with Strictly. So yeah, might not speak to you again today. Okay, have a good Sunday wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and just enjoy and chill out. And those of you that are having to work on a Sunday, I hope everybody's really nice to you. Okay. I was saying to you I wasn't going to come on today. I might just share a pudding that I'm going to make. This is Italian cooking. The one that I use got some really nice authentic Italian recipes in there, and I'm going to make a tiramisu. When I sort of buy a cookbook or use a cookbook, I really like to have the picture. I like them to show the picture, because you eat with your eyes, don't you, really? And the reason we are having a tiramisu is because I sent my husband to the shop to get some ricotta. And he said, there's no ricotta, but I got mascarpone, but that wouldn't go in a ricotta and spinach cannelloni, so hence I'm using this up today. And just, yeah, I think Sundays have a bit of a treat. We decided we're going to have a roast dinner today, so we're having a roast chicken, all the trimmings, so my husband's sorted all that out, so I'll just do the pudding. And I've got to tell you what the ingredients were, if you don't know what goes in a tiramisu. It's a coffee flavoured dessert, so I've got about 3 shots of espresso coffee in there. I think I'm supposed to use masala and brandy, but I'm going to use turmeric because that's what I've got. You just add that to the coffee, soak your sponge fingers in, put them in the dish. They'll be soaked in the coffee, but they shouldn't sort of break up. Then add 2 egg yolks with your caster sugar. I whisk that up with the mascarpone. So I have my egg separator. That's probably my oldest piece of kitchen equipment. It's probably about 34 years old from Boots Cook Shop. So I whisk that up, and then you just sort of literally drizzle that on the top. What do they say? Never work with children or animals. And I think I'll put some cream on the top and then put some cocoa powder on there. Really? Keep going. Oh, walk up. Look, Bailey and Max today. Bailey's a bit nervous on the road. Come on. Not no car. Max is the black and white, he's the dad. And Bailey's one of his boys, one of his sons. Come on, you. Are you coming? You're not too sure, are you? So I can't manage the 5 of them on my own. So we normally have like a 2 and a 3. Yeah, I was a bit the lorry last time, so I think that's really scared Bailey. They cut down, they shouldn't do, I don't think, down these sort of small roads, but they just cut through. Yeah, they're quite happy now, I think. No traffic until the next one comes along. It's a really autumnal day today. You can really see that winter's on its way. You know, the leaves are starting to drop, you know, changing colour, and they're actually starting to drop as well. You can sort of see gaps in the hedges and things. But yeah, the sun's low. What can you see? Hey, what can you see? What can you see, missus? Are you barking at that dog over the road? That poor little puppy? You're telling him who's boss? That you're not having it? Hello. Hello. Oh, I've just come back from our bike ride, number 2 of this week, so I'm still smiling. Just a little bit out of breath. We went the same circuit, but we did stop up the hill just to see if we could take a bit of footage, and for my husband to get a little bit of footage of me to prove that I did actually do it. So yeah, we're both really pleased with ourselves, from being a couple that didn't do any exercise to suddenly start riding our bikes, walking. We normally take the dogs up the field, so it isn't really, and I don't always go, so it's not really walking. So to walk on the road and to get your heart rate up is a lot better for you. Apologies again, my mouth is so sore, so I'm going to come on. I wanted to share something with you that I wanted to share with you yesterday, but I'm not sure if I'll come back on again today because it is so painful, and I don't want to go on mooning and moaning about it. I like knitting and I like crocheting, and my other sort of big passion is quilting. I really enjoy that, and I think I've about 7 years. I haven't made a great many quilts, probably about a dozen, I suppose. Yeah, that's a dozen in 8 years. This is the one I want to show you is one that I've been working on for a while. My husband was supposed to get this about 18 months ago, but I'm a great taught myself out things so much, so he's supposed to get this next week. We celebrate 20 years of being together. No, we don't. We celebrate 20 years of marriage. Yeah, we've been together 25 years, so I'm making this for him to give to him. He knows that he's getting it, and he is looking forward to receiving it. I've told him that he's not allowed to have the tassels on it at all, so I'm going to see if I can turn you around while I'm videoing this. So bear with me a minute. It's on the floor. Right, creaky old woman. Hey, managed to do it. Right, let me stand back a bit so you can see what I've made. I might have to... Right, now hold on, I'm just going to stand on the couch. Oh, I'll fall off the couch as well at the same time. Sorry for the wobbly. Yeah, so what I've made, I have finished it. I've made, it's called a trip round the world quilt, and then I've added a border along here to use up the rest of the fabric, and then I've made a border to go along here. It's like diamonds, I think. Beads on a string, beg your pardon, it's called beads on a string. So when you go to these quilting classes, you get given a quilt that you're going to make. And our teacher isn't very strict. If there's something you definitely want to make other than what she's doing, you can, and she'll help you through it. But the class has a focus, and this is what we made. And even though you make exactly the same quilt, because of everybody's colour choices and combinations, they come out completely differently, and you're just inspired by all the beautiful colours and the different effects. And a lot of the ladies had been making, there's always one in the class that will make sort of a blue and white quilt, which is what I wanted to do. I don't think I've got anything blue and white in my house. But sometimes that stops you, doesn't it? If you have to make something that matches your room. So let me just show you a bit closer up. And I must admit, I do absolutely love this quilt with all the different colours. And you can see it, I'm also one for directional fabric. So it's here and here, and then it has to sort of go clockwise. So a couple of these I had to undo because it would really irritate me, to make sure that these go clockwise. So I don't think this is I think, well, I was going to say an overly feminine quilt. I think male or female could have this quilt. So, and I do try and use up as much of my fabric as I had. So I'd made those to go along. So they're just blocks. I think they're 2.5 inch. Yeah, 2.5 inch, because I had strips. They're 2.5 inch strips. So I just sewed those together. And then your beads on a string, you sort of start with your centre point. It's all ruffled, that one. I've just got to put the binding on. So you've got to start with your centre point, the navy one that's there, and then you just add those in, and you can sort of make it fit if you have to. And I've just quilted it really lightly round each block. So I'm quite chuffed with that. Really chuffed with that. So that's it. So I'll just explain to you very basically how you would do it. So I think we made these with so you buy like a fat quarter. I should have brought a fat quarter really to show you, but a fat quarter is like 1/4 of a metre of fabric, so it's about 21 inches widthways by about 18 down. Or you can buy where we go to this quilt shop, this guy he does 2.5 inch strips. You'd find these in what's called like a jelly roll. So it's a cheaper way of buying a collection of fabric rather than having to buy like 1/2 metre or a metre. And I think in the jelly roll, don't quote me on this, but I think you get about 2 or 3 of the same like strip. So I've kind of got that one. Let's see, I've got that one. I've got that blue. There's a little denim. These are not in that one. This was another one I bought because I had some left over, and I thought I'd probably make myself a project bag because then I could remember that I'd made this quilt. But I'm working on something else, which I'll probably show you another time. So you have your 2-inch strips, and then what you do is you sew them together. So this is one that I've prepared earlier. A Blue Peter moment. So you have your strip. So I've also made one of these in red, my first one, which red is my favourite colour. So you would make these. So you would sew two together. So 2 and 2 and 2, and then you would join the 4 together. So you've already put it through your machine and gone one way. So when you join the 4 together, you go back up, because otherwise it distorts your fabric. So you would have this effect. So from that you cut yourself a strip. Now it can be however much fabric you've got. You can do different sizes. I think in class we were told to do 2-inch, but because I had these strips of fabric, mine would 2.5 inch. So this is kind of what you do. So this is a blue, and this is like an end piece, because you do this, then you have to even it up both sides, because it'll be out slightly, and then you end up with kind of like a strip like this. Obviously they'll be a bit long. This is waist, and then so that's your block, and then you end up cutting it again and sewing them together. But you rotate each square, so you get a pattern come in. So you'll start in one corner, rotate it again, and then rotate it, and your outer strip ends up as your middle section. And I think you might have to add a couple in between. So it's really effective, and I think it looks, they look stunning. We had an exhibition, and there was 3 or 4, and they all looked different because of the colour combinations that people had put together. And even when you're in the class, it is a great source of inspiration, because there'll be colours that even you perhaps wouldn't have thought of, or you might not necessarily have liked, but once they go together, you're like, wow, it's just amazing. It's a bit like those kaleidoscopes that you used to go through as children. So I put my border on, so I've backed it with like a white flannel, so it'd be nice and soft underneath. If those Jack Russells get on it, you might not see 21 years of marriage. I'm joking. So yeah, that's my job this week, and I've just realised as I've dug this out, I've got some white cotton, but if that's a navy border, then I'm going to have to put, sew this over. So that's my border. So I'm just going to put that over, sew that over, and it'll look like that. So that's my. I put these two just to frame it. That's what it's called. It's called quarter frame. So yeah, pretty chuffed with that. So that's be something nice. I just need to get my card. Might even make a card. I owe you. So yeah, that'd be lovely. So we still can't decide what we're doing next week. We hadn't planned to go on holiday. We were going, and we're going to have like a big holiday. But because it's this time of year to go long haul, it's you're a bit limited. So we decided that we would perhaps look in the new year, which is a good job we did. I think I would be disappointed if we'd had to cancel something. Talking about going out for dinner. I don't know. As long as we're together, we're happy and healthy. Yeah, that'll be good enough for me, and we can just toast each other. Right, that's all I want to say today, because this mouth is so sore. And I hope I haven't waffled on too much. So I've literally got to hoover the carpet and then go and make lunch, and that's what I'm worrying about. not greatly, but just trying to be so good. So we're having ham and egg salad. I think I might find that difficult to eat, but I'm still working that tiramisu off. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed looking at the quilt, and look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Further period of disruption. He said all that was on the table from the government was £60 million, and he wasn't prepared to accept that. He said he would have gone a bit lower than 75, possibly down to 65, but that's not enough to reach an agreement with the government, and that is why effectively.
Hello. Thought I would just come on and show you another part of my crafty life. I've recently opened an Etsy shop, and I have a collection of project bags, notion pouches, DPN cases, and some stitch markers and progress keepers. So I've just been busy putting together an order for a lovely customer. I just thought it might be nice to have a reminder. I do like collecting stitch markers and progress keepers. So I've got the NHS and the rainbow. They've got to stand 2 metres apart. The rainbow, which I absolutely love, it's such an important symbol for us this year. And it's something, whenever I see a rainbow, it always makes me smile, makes me happy. And then this one here, 2020. Oh wow, did we think this was going to be an important year, for us? A lot of people had a lot of celebrations, a lot of plans made for this year. We certainly did. I was a millennium bride 20 years ago, so next week we celebrate being married for 20 years. And then I added this one into the collection, the love, because I think the love that people have shown each other, not just families and couples and friends, but just strangers, the things that they have done for people, work colleagues. We saw on the news yesterday a care home where the residents had been on TikTok and had quite a following, and it was the idea of the staff. It started off as a bit of a laugh for the residents for their birthdays, and then they were sent it out to their families. I was just so touched by the love that they showed for the people that they look after. And washing our hands, who would have thought that washing our hands would be so symbolic and be tied in, with 2020 and the rainbow. And I think one thing that's been really hard to keep going is hope. And it is so important for us to keep this hope that those in charge will make those choices for us. Make the right choices, and hope that they'll find a vaccine and this will all be over. And I love my soldier. I was very inspired by Captain Tom uniting the country on his efforts in raising money for the NHS, and other people that have been around. Joe Wicks getting people together for keeping fit in the morning and giving us a reason to get up and get started and to get focused. There's been footage where you've seen people quite ingenious in flats, sort of sending their rope down, somebody tying it to some goods like some groceries and hauling it back up when they couldn't have any contact. Lots of things that people have done. Delivery drivers that have been above and beyond what they should do. I know my mum, she's in her 70s, I don't think she'll mind me saying. Her postman put a note through the door asking if she wanted anything, anytime, and leaving his phone number. And I just thought, how lovely is that? And there's been lots of people we've not been able to go over as much as we wanted with restrictions, but she said lots of people, neighbours, strangers that have come and offered and helped her, and I'm sure that is throughout the country. So I just thought these might be quite nice to have or give as a gift. So I've got a few of these in my shop, so I'm just going to get these packed up and posted out to this lovely lady who's placed this order for me, and send these off to her. So I thought I'd share what I've been working on. Hello. Just come on, today's Wednesday the 21st of October. I'm still suffering from this horrific mouth ulcer. But we're going into town. Hopefully can get a bit of lunch. Pick my glasses up, that's why we're going. So hopefully I'll be able to catch up with you later. I'm planning to do some knitting in the car. It takes us about 20 minutes. I'll speak to you later. Bye. one thing with vlogging is I realise how much I don't get dressed. I just wear my gym stuff all the time. So yeah, it's nice to. I've got dressed today and gone out, so I picked up my glasses, which I'm really pleased with. So that'll help. Yeah, very similar to what I was wearing before, but then I was bent and misshapen. So I'm short-sighted, so they'll help with, close reading, so knitting, crocheting, sewing, all that kind of thing. Obviously reading books. I can't read labels without some glasses on anymore. I don't really want to know what I did this morning. So I got up, tidied around, did a couple of jobs, had a really lovely Zoom call with a friend, which is lovely. So that lifts your spirits, doesn't it? I did a bit of knitting this morning, so it's getting longer. This is for my autumnal wreath. The magazine behind me. I'm just sitting on it. So I'm just in the process of making that. Well, I don't think I'll make all of it, but I'll make, as long as I get it covered, I'll finish a pumpkin and maybe a couple of other bits, and then I can have it up for a little while and then put it away, and then next year I can add to it. So yeah, that's coming along nicely. I don't know how far round I am. Hard to hold things one-handed. A video. Thank you, darling. Okay. That was Mr. Jack. Brought me a cup of tea. We're both absolutely knackered after going out. We went out for long, what, 2-3 hours? Had a nice lunch, but we're just so not used to going out at all. Yeah, what's it been like for you? Has it made much of a difference, to your life if you're working? Is that safe, for you? It's a worry. I'm so grateful to people that are out and that are doing things. I was watching a bus driver manoeuvre his vehicle today and wearing a mask, and I thought, I just really would like to do that job. Not like a driver bus, but just to do that. So yeah, I'm about halfway. So that's not too bad. So I'm pleased with that. And what else? Oh, I have been working on something that I wanted to show you. Never made anything like this before, and it was on my list. And they are Fingerless Mittens. Just so I can put it on. I haven't sewn the ends in yet. I'm not sure if do I need to block these as they're fingerless? I don't know. So yeah, somehow that's twisting it one way. Not still. I couldn't work out whether my arm is twisted. So yeah, it's still twisted. It's the way I'm pulling it. So it's pure wool Aran, absolutely beautiful. Got the other one, and it's only taken 50 grams. That's how much I've got left out of 50 grams, and I've got the other ball, a complete other ball. But it's such a beautiful colour, and it's supposed to go with my hat that I've just made. So I think I've got twisty arms, So yeah. I don't know, how do you do it? There, is that better? So yes, so I'm really pleased with those. I was thinking that might be a good seed present, if you can, if I'm allowed to say that word. So yes, I'm sorry if if you can't hear me very well. I've still got this wretched ulcer, so it's making me feel just lousy, really. But you don't need to know that either. What else did I do? So I've got a little bit of footage, which I'm hopefully will be okay as we were coming back, the trees were absolutely beautiful, and that is one of the colours that I really, really, really love in autumn, is just seeing the change of colour of the trees and how much, you know, the leaves change in the different shades. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, absolutely beautiful they were. So I wasn't driving, I was a passenger, but I'm hoping it's not too juddery. I think it's okay. It's okay, so I'll be able to put that in. And so we went out for lunch, which was a really, really nice restaurant. So I did actually take a couple of pictures of the food, and just the restaurant there. It's had a bit of a revamp, so that was really nice. All very safe. The staff were wearing masks and visors. We wore masks until we went in. We had to fill our details in at the table. So yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, booked a table for next week. So that'll be good. So we're actually going to go out on our anniversary, which we're both really happy with. And then we've got into town, went to a local bookshop, the one I showed you last week. So I went back to collect my book. So I actually have a copy now of Little Women. And I bought a pop-up book for our eldest grandson. It's his birthday. Bonfire night, he's a bonfire baby. And we won't be able to see him, but I bought him something to wear. I normally buy him like an outfit or something. So we just tend to buy for the birthday child, but we've actually bought some little tops for the youngest, for Fred, and no, for the middle one, for Fred, his younger brother. Really cute. And we've got a little book that's got Freddie on it, little story. So yeah, and I'll get some sweets and wrap those up. So that's made me feel better. Yeah, just treating the voice to something. So I think that's probably going to be it for today. There should be a little bit of footage. I made a few stitch markers, so there'll be some footage of that hopefully today for this lady's kindly placed an order with me. What else? Well, I might have to wind some more. So that'll be nice. I might actually get a bit of some footage of that. And I can start the cow, Lindsay's cow from Stitch Create Love. So we were chatting before, and we were both laughing. And she said that she'd watched my vlog, and she was laughing her head off because all I kept talking about was her socks. I mean, they were beautiful. And she said I can be in charge of a fan club. So I thought that was really funny. But we were just talking about, you know, when you learn how to do something, like perhaps if you struggled or you've not understood it, you know, perhaps like making socks using DPNs where your fingers are everywhere, and you just tell everybody because you're so excited that the pennies dropped. Well, that's how I am. So I hope today finds you all well. I hope you've been able to get some crafting in your life today, and I look forward to speaking to you. Am I going to speak to you tomorrow, or is that I think that's supposed to be a new vlog, isn't it? You can tell I've had a glass of wine with my lunch. The guy said to me, would you like small, medium or large? And I thought, oh, I'm supposed to be good, I'll just go for the medium. And I've had that, so yeah, well, perhaps I'm just happy to have gone out into the wide world and for it to have been safe. Okay, my lovelies, I'll speak to you soon. Hopefully I can get the editing done. So we will see.